slow.
Yeah, I'm going to. Look, I'm not going to let, I think a couple years ago, I'd let my head get, you know what I mean? Be like, this means everything. It still means, everything to me. But I wouldn't risk injury or danger over this.
Are we recording?
So I wouldn't worry about it.
Welcome to the Rad Dudecast, episode 31. This will come up on Tuesday. We're recording this here Sunday night. We're in Astoria, Queens. Anthony just arrived. He was dropping off his car in New Jersey. I drove here from Brooklyn. We're here. I'm Brendan Eyre. I'm here with my co-hosts, my life partners, my friends, my brothers, Greg and Anthony.
Oh, yeah.
Greg's having a little chicken cutlet.
I was trying to finish my dinner before you.
Yeah, I'll get into the business. You get that. So we got Greg Stone, Anthony Devito. I'm Brendan Eyre. We're here. This is the Rad Dudecast. Thank you so much for listening. Please follow us on Twitter at the Rad Dudecast. That's where you're going to get all the updates for the show. We'll tell you when the next episode's up. You can ask us questions on there. If you have a longer question, go ahead and hit us up on Gmail. That's the Rad Dudecast at gmail.com. And then please go on iTunes, rate the podcast, write a review, tell us what you're thinking about it. That helps our analytics or whatever. And share it with friends. Post it on your Facebook wall, tweet about it, whatever you want to do. We had a great response to last week's episode, by the way, and I want to do a real quick shout-out to a fan who's contacted us a couple times, loyal listener, a guy named Connor in Colorado. We made him do a spit take while he was at the gym, I think. I think you did, Greg.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's fun.
I didn't hear about this.
Really?
Who's this Connor guy?
Connor's the guy who wants us to talk about fracking, which we'll do at some
Oh,
point.
okay.
Well,
He follows on Twitter. He's a good listener.
Is that a friend of yours, Brendan?
No, I don't know him. He's just a
Wow, that's
listener.
amazing.
yeah, we have a lot of listeners who aren't our friends, man. We see the number. I see the numbers, and I'm like, oh, but I don't believe it. I got to tell you this story. What happened over this weekend? Anthony, what are you doing?
Sorry, because my phone, it takes a little while to charge, and then I just got text message. Oh, it's from you. Just says take your time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
So I got a phone call. The other day, and some girls on the radio, not the radio. She's on the line, and I'm like, I missed the call, so I call her back, and I'm like, hey, you just called me, and this girl's like, huh? What? Who is this? How is this you? And I was like, no, it's me. What are you talking about? Who's this? I don't know who this is. And she was like, I didn't think this was your number. And I was like, I don't know who this is. And she was like, you gave your phone number out on a podcast, and I just decided to call it. And she called. And so I talked to her for a second. I had to run because I was getting in the shower. But I was thinking we should call her.
Yeah, let's call. Oh, that's
Let's
crazy.
call her right
I
now.
forgot about that. Maybe in one of the early episodes, you gave your number out
Yeah, we gotta go,
on the podcast. Let's call her.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
gotta
Can
go
we
back
call
and
her right
erase
now?
it.
Call her up.
I'm gonna call her. We'll see if she could be our weather girl. We'll have her do the weather.
Yeah.
Where does she live?
I don't know. I think it's in her cell number is.
Well, don't give that out. I mean, you can give out your own, but don't give out someone else.
VA. What's VA?
Virginia.
Virginia.
What did you think it might be?
I don't know. I thought
Yeah.
maybe it was Virginia. I didn't. I thought
Maybe it stood for vagina, meaning she's a girl.
Yeah.
Like his
Can
phone
you guys
would
hear?
tell him that.
Oh, I can hear it.
I
So
can
we'll be
hear.
all right.
I can hear.
Katie, I think her name was. Hopefully she answers. She probably is not going to answer and then not listen to any further podcasts and then never hear. I will leave her a good message. Anthony, get in here. We got to leave her a message if she doesn't answer.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'll be right there.
I don't think she's going to answer. If she calls us back, then she probably knows that we're calling her, putting her on the air.
Yeah.
Very shy, these people are. Virginia.
Yeah,
So
but
love
brash
her.
enough to call you,
Your
so she
call has been
can't be that
forwarded
shy.
to an automated voice messaging system. 7.
Six, five, four, three, six,
Not-
five, four.
Phone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Katie, you're on the Rad Dudecast. We're making your dreams come true.
It's Brendan, Greg, and Anthony. We're here.
It's me, Anthony.
We were trying to call you for have you intern or something. Call us back. We'll be here.
Yeah, we'll be here. We're recording for the next hour or so. Give us a call if you
Or
want to be on the
how
show.
about we keep it on the line, and then one of her voicemails is our full podcast.
Ooh, that's
She
pretty
gets
good.
she gets the
Yeah.
early scoop.
You get the
where
early
everybody else
podcast.
gets
Then
it later.
She'll leak it.
It's direct on her
Don't
phone.
leak this. Don't leak this.
Don't leak it.
All right, that's good.
All right.
We're not going to do that idea.
Well, it's a good idea, but
You can't leave a message for an hour. It ends. Messages
How
end.
long do you think we can leave?
Well, I'll just keep it going.
Okay.
No.
I think
That's-
you can at least
you're
leave,
really
like,
gonna take
5
up
minutes.
You're really going to take
I don't
up
think
her
it works
phone.
like old school. I don't think it's like an old cassette.
It's definitely not an old cassette, but I mean, she's going to be listening to an hour-long message. All right, well, far be it from me to tell you guys. That's
Well,
fine.
let's let her know that if it does, we're apologize in advance
Yeah,
because we don't know that.
Yeah, we
You
don't
know
know
what I
if
mean?
you're using a cassette system or what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you can line up the podcast with the podcast, have it double play. Double play on your answering machine.
Yeah. Well, you can prove to your friends that you know us.
Yeah.
If your name is Katie, Greg doesn't seem to be sure.
No, I'm pretty sure. I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Katie. Didn't give us the last name.
I mean, I wonder what point that was in that podcast. I don't want to just talk about this, but because if it was late, that means she probably listened to the whole thing, which is good.
It
Yeah, we're
probably
getting
was
good
late.
listen-throughs.
That's great.
Now, here's the thing.
You stopped it?
It ended.
You know,
Okay.
we're right now we're a mid to low level podcast.
Yeah.
In terms of listenership, we have good listenership. We're growing. The truth is, and me and Greg talked about this. If we eventually blow, and it takes about 100 episodes, people have told me, and then if one of us gets a good another TV credit, Greg
Right.
of course got the Access TV, but if one of us gets a late night spot or something like that, it might really take off. We will probably then need to go back and edit that episode. You know what I mean? If we're getting like 1 million downloads a
Yeah.
day.
Well, I'll just change my phone number.
Yeah.
Or I'll just answer the phone.
I would say answer them.
Yeah, that's true.
I think,
I'll answer
yeah.
for as many as I can, but if I start getting things like I'm going to kill you, no.
Yeah.
If I get like naked pics, I'll keep that going.
Yeah.
Yeah, send me naked pics if you heard that episode.
What
I'll take
also
some
too,
naked pics.
maybe you make a rule: don't call after midnight unless it's an emergency.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't call. Yeah, let's say that, guys. If don't call after midnight unless it's an emergency. I am in New York, so you have to look for New York time.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep that in mind.
But if it is an emergency, please
Yeah.
call me.
Well,
Absolutely.
call
but
me.
if
Heroes
I could
for hire.
Say, and
three
I'm
of
not
us.
going to disagree with that. Do call Greg, but as I also double as our legal department, first call 911
Yes.
if it's a medical emergency or something like that. Then call Greg while you wait. Well, listen to what 911 says, then give Greg a call.
Yeah, I don't have a car, so I can't get to you. I can talk to
No.
you. I mean, I can talk you down from a roof.
He also knows good basic medical care from his
Yeah.
years in the hospital. He can
Very
do.
basic.
Sometimes that's nice, though. If you think you have something, you don't really have anyone to call. You don't know any doctors.
Call me.
Call Greg.
Yeah, I kind of know some things. Like I could tell you, if it's a rash.
Yeah.
That's really about it.
Again, doubling as our legal department, that is going to be non-binding advice.
Non-binding.
Non-binding. Wouldn't put that in a binder.
Wouldn't, yeah.
Wouldn't do it.
Now,
What's that?
Just turn off that kitchen light.
Oh, no problem.
I-
No. Right, your hand was on the switch. Your hand was on the switch.
Okay.
That's why I told you
Okay.
no problem. Like I was asking you to do a whole thing. We're not fighting. We're not
Hey,
fighting.
can I just backtrack for a
sure.
second? And I'm sorry to interrupt to do this little song and dance that we
Yeah.
gotta do. I wasn't saying that sarcastically. I meant that because I know our podcast is no longer an arguing podcast.
okay, all
No,
right.
no, no,
I
no.
meant that as an appeasement, as like, yeah, of course, Greg. Why wouldn't I do that for you? We're friends.
No, here's the thing. Let's not go too crazy.
Yep, that's all the lights.
You turned all the
Okay.
lights off.
Okay.
Let's not go too crazy. We're not.
Was that
It's not
wrong
that
one?
we don't argue
Okay.
anymore.
Yeah.
It's that we've decided as a group we're toned down the argument.
Yeah.
And because we like
Yeah.
to hear a little bit more what all of us have to say, but we can still argue. There's still
Okay.
that dynamic. Don't
Okay.
get me wrong.
All right.
And cool it with telling us what to do.
I was more worried about. Oh,
Sorry,
he's-
I was trying to start an argument.
Oh,
just
sure,
as
sure,
as
that's
a
pretty
thing,
good,
but
yeah.
it didn't work.
I was more worried about our friendship. I don't want our friendship to falter.
It never will.
Well, I mean, it might,
Well, our friendship has faltered many a time.
but it got right back up.
It always gets right back up, and it's because the falters never lie with Anthony.
What?
They don't really, because the problem is that me and you are very similar in that we're very different in a lot of ways, but we're very similar in our sensitivity and our
This is nice.
reactivity. We both
Well-
will. I immediately will decide someone hates me and go.
No, we lost you. We lost you. Keep
out.
talking.
Check.
Keep talking.
Check.
Jesus Christ! I think
Anthony,
we
pick up the slack
You're
here
in.
while I'm
You're
out.
in. You're in.
Brendan,
you're in.
this is your
You're back.
jacket?
Yeah, that's a nice
You're back.
jacket.
That is a
Man,
nice
this
jacket.
is warm.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
often think my jacket is one of the warmer jackets in the world. I don't know why I think that, but I do. But this, man,
North
this is
Face.
another level, man.
Let me
This
tell
is
you
awesome.
why I got that jacket. About
Yeah,
2
what's
years
up?
ago, I decided it had been too cold. I have a nice wool pea coat that I wear, you know, and I generally wear that.
Yeah.
coat. I got that jacket, had a little jacket money, and I said to myself, I said, I'm throwing style out the window. I need something for when it's really cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care what it looks like, and it looks fine.
It looks great. It's a North Face
It's
gun.
a
That's gunmetal. What's the
huge
color of that? Gray? It's
North Face parka that's just the fucking warmest thing
Yeah.
in the world.
I think it looks cool, too, though. I don't know if I know a lot about style, but I think it looks cool.
Well,
If
it's
I'm wearing
big. That's the thing. It's bulky.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got to be careful with jackets like these, though. They Some people get shot for them.
Well, that's why
Those marmots.
I had.
Mammoth?
People shoots the marmots.
Yeah, the biggie.
the marmots.
They
ones.
call it a biggie.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Biggie Smalls.
I mean, maybe, yeah, I guess named after that, but they call it a biggie, yeah. It's like a marmoth. Yeah, I think so.
Marmot.
Marmot?
That's funny because a
Mammoth?
North Face is more
See?
expensive than a Marmot.
Is it?
Yeah,
How
I
much
used
does a
to
Marmot
know
cost?
a fella
This is durable.
that had a racket. Now I'm not going to name names because this is a criminal act.
Uh-huh.
Guy was a bit of a, he was a bit of a kleptomaniac guy. I knew it in high school. He used to have he used to run this racket. He was always selling North Faces, and the way he got them was so he would just casually go around the department store for a couple hours, just taking jackets one by one and hiding them in the middle. You know the big circular racks at the department store?
Yeah.
He would hide the jackets
In the middle.
in the middle of the rack closest to the door,
Uh-huh.
and then he'd just, once he had enough, he'd take them there one by one so no one noticed. Once he had enough, he'd just take the whole pile, take 20 North Face jackets, and run out to the car. Now, he got caught. The way he got caught, he didn't realize they control their doors at
Yeah.
this one place.
Oh,
they
yeah.
locked him in between the inner and outer doors with just 30 jackets, and he had to just sit in there and wait till the cops came.
Oh man. Now what do you do? Do you just take your beatings, or do you try to smash your way out?
I think for that kind of crime, well, first of all, I wouldn't really do that. I'm not a big thief type guy, but I don't know. Maybe you try and smash. You throw the garbage can through the window.
That's the thing. If you smash your way out, I feel like that's more trouble.
Right.
But I don't know. Or when someone has to open that door, and as soon as they open the door, you run. No one's going to open fire on you if you're white.
Well, you could be dealing with, just in the news this week, I didn't see the full thing, but some woman was got pulled over in a minivan. She had her kids in the car, and she was fighting with the cops, refusing to cooperate, and she just pushed one of the cops and peeled out, and they shot at the car.
What?
Yeah, it was for a traffic violation. She had a warrant or something. I don't know the full story,
They
but
shot
they
at the
shot at the car with kids in the car. The guy's been fired.
Wow.
The cop.
Do they fire you from the police, or is there another word for it? Like they fired? That feels like you get fired at the cop. You're like dishonorably charged.
Yeah, discharged maybe. I don't know.
Man, I'm mad. I'm gonna try to call what's her name again.
Okay, you do that. In the meantime,
Our number one fan, Katie.
we would be remiss.
Number one, she just called. She might hate the show.
She did call?
She called. I got her number right here. No, I'm calling her back.
She just called now?
Nope, just calling her again.
Oh, okay.
She could be busy.
She could be busy. It could be dinner time. I don't know what time is it. in
We don't want to
Virginia.
act too desperate.
We're not desperate.
You know what I
running
mean?
out of
Like,
ideas
let's
for-
play it cool.
Oh, should I hang up?
No. See if she answers this time.
Should I hang up?
No,
She's not gonna answer.
she might. She could be busy. It's dinner time.
Oh, I think we got him. Oh, hey, hold on.
Katie,
Hey, you're on the
Hi.
air.
you're on the cast, Katie.
Oh my goodness. Hello, everyone.
Hi, Katie.
Okay,
Hey,
it's
how you
Brendan
doing?
and Anthony. You want to be our new weather woman?
You're weather woman?
Yeah, you got to tell us what the weather is like. The time and the weather.
It's snowing here.
It's snowing.
Where are you from?
Yeah. I'm a college student. I go to school in upstate New York.
Are you single?
Yeah, are you single? That's a big thing. Somebody here is single. Who's single?
Um,
a couple people.
I am currently. Yes, I am.
Oh,
Perfect. All right. Well, come on down. So you're a fan of the Rad?
down.
You're a
Yeah.
fan of the Rad Dudecast?
You have to
I'm
say
sorry?
yes.
So you're a fan of the podcast?
Do I have a podcast?
You're
Oh,
a
boy.
fan of the podcast.
Of course I am.
How did you hear about it?
I found some of Anthony's stand-up
Oh, God. It's always
online,
Anthony.
and I
It's
really
always
liked
Anthony.
it.
Oh, thanks,
you like
Katie.
it? It's
Yeah,
terrible.
I watched a bit about
It's so stupid, but like all the people that have seen his penis and then the table at the wedding, I thought that was really funny.
Oh,
That's a
thanks,
great bit.
Katie.
He
Thanks a
stole
lot.
that from Greg.
Yeah, that is my original bit that he stole
That's
from
not
me.
true. That's
That is
not
not
true.
true.
Katie,
No way.
Katie, don't let Brendan and Greg trying to deter you from who you like the most.
Well, I mean, we all like you the most, Anthony.
Is this okay if we put this on the?
Oh, yeah.
Is this okay if we put this on the podcast? We won't give your last name or your phone number, but can we put this on the podcast? I hope you say yes because we don't know how to edit.
Yeah,
and
we
it's
can't
already
edit
on.
this out. We've been doing the podcast
Yes.
I
for.
assumed you didn't know how to edit because you let his phone number get out there.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
That's
I
a
don't
good
mind.
point,
I don't
Katie.
mind answering the phone. People just call me. I'll just answer and talk to them. What am I going to do? What am I going to say?
No,
No.
but it's fine.
The only reason I didn't talk to you for about an hour is because I had to get in the shower. I was like, oh, I got to get going. I wish I could have talked to this person. Really drive them crazy. Really make them pay for calling me up. Yeah. But like we said,
I have a radio show at my school where I play stand-up comedy, so I might cut this for my show.
oh, all right. Well,
Oh.
I'm going to sue you if you do. So that's fine. I got a band of lawyers ready to take your college degree right away from you. So
Most-
sure, go ahead.
Most people
Dan-
who have lawyers call them a band of
Can you,
lawyers.
if me and Greg and Anthony send you,
That's
none of
gotta be
us have
true.
albums yet, but if we send you some MP3s, will you put our stand-up into the rotation?
Of course.
Oh, you're the best.
Katie, also, if I send you MP3s of just famous comedians, will you put those in the rotation too?
She can't hear you through your microphone.
Yeah, you think that you can hear you through the microphone?
You have to
Oh,
come over
man.
You
here.
have to talk to the phone.
I really feel like
Yeah.
a piece of shit.
Oh,
then.
Katie, I have a question. What school do you go
I
to?
was wondering why she didn't laugh at that.
I go to Colgate.
Oh,
Colgate.
okay.
What?
Colgate.
Are you
Taco.
serious? Oh, my
Famous-
God.
Famous man we talk about on this podcast all the time, Taco, Chris Taco, is a Colgate alumni.
Yeah.
I didn't know Taco went to Colgate.
Taco went to Colgate, man. For
We
physics.
gotta come visit.
That's what I was going to say, Katie. Let me ask you this. Me, Greg, and Anthony, we're all top-notch New York stand-ups. Can we come do a show there?
on your radio.
No, a stand-up show.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. Okay, this is good. But
Yeah, let's do a live show.
we should do a live show.
And then
on
we
her
can do the.
radio.
Well, how about this?
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Katie,
Why
how.
not?
Okay, we can do that.
Why
But
not?
a stand-up show.
Yeah, and stand up, and we want to make some money. But I feel like we're.
Hey, you two, can I talk for a second?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
all right, but you have to talk into the phone, not the microphone.
Okay, sorry.
She can't hear you through the
Yes,
headphones.
Josh Gondelman.
Yeah.
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 He's going to come in the spring. I convinced him to come to Colgate, so you guys should do that too.
Yeah, well, he's out. We're in. I just texted him right now. Hey, Gondelman, Colgate show canceled because the
Gondelman-
Rad Dudes are in.
I don't know why he's booking
No,
shows that
he
far in
owes me
advance.
big.
Hang on, fellas. Anthony, you had a question.
Well, why don't we do a stand-up show?
Well, no, talk into your microphone and the phone.
Okay.
He can't handle the two.
I don't know how to do all these things. Katie, I'm attempting to talk to you, but I don't know if it's working. Can we do a stand-up show and then also do a radio thing with you too, like our podcast on your radio show and a stand-up show?
Yeah, I'm sure you could.
That'd be fun.
All right, we're gonna talk to you off. We'll get this lined up. We really will talk to you. We'll text you. Greg will text you and give. You can give my email. You can give her my email and
Well,
we'll,
I got an email too. I got a great email.
I know, but I'm saying in terms of like
My email's
organizing
Greg
this.
F. Stone.
Fine.
Gmail. You guys want to email me? Want
Okay.
Email me.
All right. Perfect.
Email
But
me or
let's.
call me. You can have my phone number. You can come to my house. I live in Queens, Astoria, Queens, 2717.
No. Don't give out your address. Don't give out your address.
First door on the right.
Okay, but let's move on, Katie.
All right, we're gonna go, Katie.
You've been the best. Thank you so much for listening. Tell all your friends about
We
it.
might call you every day.
Yeah.
So just so you know that.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Gentlemen.
See ya.
Bye. That's great.
Yeah, I don't like that you guys were trying to get us booked on shows. We should have made Katie our new weather woman. I was trying to get some workers.
But we got an in at a college. I think we can do both. She already said
Now-
it was snowing there.
What does that mean?
That's
she
the
did?
weather.
She gave the weather?
She
Yeah.
did. She did a little bit.
all right.
But I do think it's a great idea to have her as our weather girl every time.
Yeah.
She's gonna listen. I mean, most likely she'll listen to this podcast and she'll be listening to this part
Oh,
right
yeah,
now
tell her.
as I'm talking. So from now on, Katie, we're going to be calling you every week.
And for advice. We might call her for advice.
We're going to call you for advice and weather updates.
weather updates.
We do have to make sure we're not annoying her, though.
Why? Who cares?
I
I mean,
don't know.
she
College
seems like
student, she's got things to do. She may not. We all choose
How-
to put ourselves into the public.
When
She
you
may not-
choose to call me on my home phone, You choose a life of Greg in your life.
All right.
But she
And if you're
works
in my
at the
living room-
radio. She said she plays stand-up comedy. She
Yeah.
seemed interested in the show. And it's also, this isn't a large phone call. She can, if she's too busy to pick up, it's not a big deal. Don't pick up. I get it. You got a lot of things to do in college.
I didn't have
fine.
anything to do in college.
You, okay?
I didn't go to college.
You can go to college.
I found a solution.
I went for a few
Katie,
semesters.
you're listening. If you don't want to be a part of this, because you have the right to choose. If you don't want us to call you, why is Anthony shaking his head like we're going to call this poor lady even if she doesn't want it?
No,
I
I'd
think
call her.
she's going to say yes, but we'll respect if she wants to be left alone. Text to Greg.
Leave me alone.
Text leave me alone, and that's
Yeah.
it. That's will be the last you ever hear for us.
What I got to say is that, Katie, if you're listening, here's what I want to do. Maybe if I come up a little early, you can let me come to your classes with you. Because I had never been to college.
Oh.
I'd love to know
That's
what it's
good.
like to get. Maybe I'll get a
Maybe
couple
help
lessons in.
Greg get a degree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I could just do a couple, couple learnings.
I didn't know Taco went to Colgate. I got
Yeah.
a friend about Taco's age who also went to Colgate.
What's his name?
I never knew this. His name's Greg.
Hey, what?
Not you.
You know, I don't like another friend being
Oh,
named Greg.
man, he does not like that.
Now, moving on, I would be remiss if I didn't mention, and after last week's Paul Walker news, I hate
Oh,
for this to
boy.
become the sad newscast.
Yeah.
But Nelson Mandela, obviously a great man, great humanitarian, passed away this week, and you know.
Can I get to the bottom of something? I have a question about Nelson Mandela, and this is not obviously a joke, but it does show my. I don't know. I thought he was. I was always like, oh, Nelson Mandela. He was a great African leader who's done some things. Don't know really what they were. I'll figure it out eventually one day. Then he dies, and everyone's saying he was a terrorist or something.
No.
I don't understand
Well-
if he was a good person or a bad person.
Who was saying he was a terrorist?
Anthony?
I was well. Now let's be fair. I was only saying it because the my sources. Well, not really
He works
so
on
much
a
sources,
website.
but the website that I work for is very conservative. So that's what they said, and
Oh,
also my grandmother says
He-
that.
He's
I don't know anything.
I
about
know
him.
you don't think he's a terrorist, but I know
Yeah.
that you had heard from someone, and most of my news comes from things that you heard from someone.
Okay.
So that's how I
All
know
right.
all my knowledge
Well,
really
it
comes from
depends.
things that Anthony's kind of learned.
It depends on your definition of terrorist. I would firmly say he was not a terrorist, but apartheid started after World War II, essentially, and apartheid.
The open micer?
No,
I know that open micer.
no. Apartheid was essentially the system in South Africa of racial segregation and consolidating power in the white
Oh, okay. Yeah,
minority,
yeah, I knew this.
who were Afrikaners or Dutch descendants, and they're the vast minority in the country, but they had all the power. And now it's been, since the Dutch came in the 1700s, I believe, it was segregated and all that, and there was a lot of race issues. But starting after World War II, it started to become official, and it was called apartheid. Now, Nelson Mandela came up as an anti-apartheid activist. Now, towards the end of his activism, before he went to jail, he was involved. Now, he had always sort of championed nonviolent means of going against the apartheid government. Towards the end, I think he went to jail in the early 60s. Towards the end of that time frame, he did become involved in violent means of.
So he killed some people?
No, I don't know exactly. Some of the bombings may have had casualties. Now, so this group that he was involved in, their sort of dogma, what they really believed in was at all costs minimize casualties. So they were bombing and stuff, but they had their overall line was don't cause any casualties, just disrupt the government, blow up. Anthony's looking at, we're talking about Nelson Mandela, Anthony's looking at scantily clad pictures of the Gretzky lady.
Yeah, Paulina Gretzky. She's really hot.
She is hot. So,
They also have a burger article in there.
Oh, about burgers?
I was reading.
that's good. So that being said, before he went to jail, he was involved in what some people might call a terrorist group. I wouldn't call it a terrorist group because
Called war?
I would call it revolution. I mean, the apartheid government, I don't think was a legal, just government, and you do whatever means necessary to take that out. So I would never call him a terrorist. But the conservatives, and he was also involved in communism briefly during that period. Because a lot of the activists against apartheid.
I'm very into communism.
Yeah, communism.
It's just a different way of doing things. I don't
it
necessarily
doesn't
agree.
seem to ever work. It's in theory, it's nice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm saying, like, who am I to judge? I've only lived here. Some people tell me they do things. Fine, do it. I don't care. As long as you're not hurting anybody else.
Yeah.
Who am I to judge anybody?
But a lot of the
I got a no judgment policy.
Yeah. So a lot of the activists against the apartheid government were actually white communists, not black South Africans. Now, there were obviously a lot of black South Africans involved also, but there were a lot of white communists involved during that time period. And I think when Nelson Mandela went to jail, like, I think it was like him and one other black co-defendant, and the other like 8 guys in that group were white guys. But so for me, that he's not a terrorist.
Okay. No, I mean, either way, he died, so I was like, well, it's sad or whatever. I just got comic books to read. Figure out my feelings on that later.
So what are your feelings now? And did one of you do a fart?
No,
Because
it smells like gasoline in here.
Really terrible.
Did you
in
lean
here.
on the oven? Maybe when you were over there, you leaned on the
Let
oven.
me check.
Make sure the oven's not on. We're not in what you like to call a regular audio studio. This is the studio that has been built in our kitchen /
Sort of in the
living
living room, kitchen. It's beautiful.
No, nothing's on.
Good Christmas tree, though. That is good.
Yeah, you got a nice Christmas tree here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know enough about Nelson Mandela for it to affect me as much as Paul Walker.
That's
Which
exactly
is a
what I
weird thing
said.
to say, but that is the truth on my part.
It's also not weird because not even that you don't know enough, but that Nelson Mandela
Wouldn't-
lived a full life. You know, he was in his
Right.
90s.
Right.
That's
right.
a lot different thing. Now, granted,
know.
his life 27 years of his life were stolen to prison.
Yeah.
But, I
Yeah.
mean, it's a whole different thing when an old
Yeah.
person dies than when someone dies. Paul Walker was in the prime of his life.
Right. That's like, because was Mandela still actively doing stuff?
No, he was more of a figurehead. I mean,
Right,
yeah,
right.
he would come out and be sort of involved
That's
in
what
some things.
I kind of, not that this may sound, I don't know. I don't know how it may sound, but when somebody like when they're very old, when they're just past doing whatever that they did
Yep.
to make them important, kind of, or famous or whatever, and then they die, and then people are like, get sad that they're really gonna miss them, kind of. It's like, well, they kind of stopped doing that. All right.
All right, this sounds bad, but let's give you another example.
Can I say one more thing?
You keep going, but I'm saying, why don't you just change your example to somebody like,
Whitney
someone in the
Houston.
band, Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston is really my example for this. Whitney Houston, you should stop kind of making music, and she, there's still a lot of drugs, and then she died, and then people were like, man, I really miss her now, and it's like, you mean you missed her like 10 years ago
Yeah.
when she made I'm Every Woman.
Yeah.
And I mean, she's dead, and that sucks, and that's tragic, but you missed her, before, not now.
Right.
It's like she hasn't been making music for 5 years.
Right. Well, I think with Nelson Mandela, it's a little different because he was just old. It's just like,
Yeah.
I don't think it's a sad thing. It's like
Yeah.
he lived one of the greatest lives of, he lived an amazing life. He essentially.
Yeah, shit. Hang on. Keep talking. Dude, this thing sucks.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about him.
Keep talking, Brendan.
He seemed like
Talk,
a good
Brendan.
guy.
Yeah, am I in?
Morgan Freeman played him in a movie.
Anthony, don't talk.
Tell the.
Didn't he?
You're in. We're in. We're
All
in. We're
right.
good. We're good.
Did Morgan Freeman play him in a
I
movie?
believe he did in
Yeah.
Invictus. But yeah,
right.
I mean, he was. He was a great man who essentially. A lot of people were acting in it, but he essentially single-handedly ended apartheid.
Yeah, that
And
sounds
that's-
amazing to
that's
me. I don't know.
an amazing legacy. But
I mean, I don't miss George Washington. He had to die.
yeah,
too.
exactly. That's the thing. You live a full life. It's like
Then
it's a
97 is fuller
celebration.
than full.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
people don't get to live in 97.
Well, he deserved a long time because he got prison.
It's time taken away.
That's
Yeah.
rough when they steal the prime of your life.
I just read this thing about this guy who was in jail for 30 years and he didn't do it.
I saw that he
Yeah,
didn't
he didn't do it. He didn't do
Essentially
it.
lost his. They accused him of killing his wife, right? You're talking about that guy.
Something like that. Yeah. 30 years he was in
30
jail.
years.
30 years. He gets out and he's just like, well, I told you I didn't do it. Well, why didn't you do something? Why didn't you try to sneak out? Call somebody. Call me. I'll help you. I gave you my phone number.
After
If you're
midnight.
in jail.
After
yeah,
midnight.
As an after midnight phone call.
That's
if
an
if
after
you're
midnight
in
phone call.
prison and you need someone, I'll champion you.
Greg will
your
get
way
his
out.
band of lawyers.
I do. I have a band of lawyers, and I'll sue the pants off the government.
I can't believe he didn't think of that.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't listen to the podcast.
Yeah, he doesn't listen.
If he listened to the podcast, he'd had my number.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, I mean, do with it what you will, because I haven't put my phone number on the podcast, so I don't mind. But I would discourage you from encouraging prisoners to call you.
I want to, as a joke, pretend what you said isn't correct, but it's correct. You're right. I shouldn't have prisoners call me. I don't know. Maybe if you're innocent, if you're 100% innocent, and you know if you did it, honor system. If you're 100% sure you didn't commit that crime, and you're still in jail, and you need to call somebody, you need to call me. I can try. I'll do what I can do. Yeah. But I can't do much.
No.
God knows if you're coming through on the mic. Hang on. Just keep talking. The thing's all fucked up today. Just talk, Brendan. Say what you were gonna say.
Well, I was going to say...
Yep, you're back.
Am I back?
Yeah.
I was going to say...
Through sheer will, you came back, by the way. I didn't touch anything.
At this point, I give you options. If you guys have anything you want to talk about, we can talk about it, or we can get into the quiz. It's up to you.
Get in the quiz.
Anthony, what do you say?
Get in the quiz.
You have something to talk about?
No, I didn't.
Now, for today's quiz, I put together a little quiz about fictional geography.
Okay.
Okay?
Places that don't exist.
No, they do exist. You'll
Can
see.
I got to use the restroom first?
Okay,
Just
use the
because then I'll
restroom.
be thinking about that the whole time during the quiz,
Yeah,
and
of
I won't have a
course, of
fresh
course.
mind. Here,
Well-
double mic it. You want? No, I'll take it in there.
Yeah, take it in there. Go ahead.
Because I don't want to miss a
Just
minute.
be careful with touching this stuff because it's very sensitive today.
Okay.
Now, I thought for the buzz-in, in fact, I had a listener tell me this week their favorite part about the whole podcast was
Is that
our
your mic
buzz-in.
just cut out again?
Why is it cutting out? I can't live like this.
Who can live like this?
Is it gone?
It's back.
This is fucked up, man.
Here we
What's
go.
the favorite
Check.
part of the podcast?
Somebody told me their
Check.
favorite part of the podcast is the buzz-in system, where we have a whimsical buzz-in system every time.
Yeah, those are getting more fun.
Yeah. Is it? Am I in?
You're in.
What if I'm
I'd tell you
gone
if
the
you're in.
whole time?
No. As soon as you're out, I notice it.
Oh God.
And then I attack.
You know,
I'm like an antivirus. I attack the bad sound as soon as I hear it.
I like
I
that.
don't allow it to go on for a long time.
Thank you. I like that.
Yeah.
You're a good antivirus.
Can't have you not
I'm gonna
on
eat
the mic.
dinner after this. I've been eating
What do you
healthy
think
all
about
week.
eating?
It's fucking
Well,
gross.
First off, I got a bone to pick with you, my friend.
What?
All right. Well, it's not a big bone. Not a big bone at all. But you've been walking around telling a lot of people, at least myself, that you invented the roast beef mozzarella sandwich with gravy on it, with brown gravy. How do you...
Who did I tell I invented that?
You told me, here's the sandwich I invented, roast beef, mozzarella, brown gravy.
Yeah.
And
I did invent that.
there's no way. That has got, I mean, I know I've had those flavors before I met you. And that's a sandwich that's been around for millions of years.
It has?
There's no way that you invented those three simple ingredients. Brown gravy on roast beef goes together all the time.
With mozzarella,
cheese.
yeah, I invented that.
There's no way you invented that.
I think I did.
Did you?
I don't know. It sounds like it's
How long have you been eating it?
long time, man.
Well, maybe then.
Because we got it. They had that roast beef
It's the
mozzarella
best.
at that diner we like. I say, you got any brown gravy? Put brown gravy on.
Yeah.
it.
It's
It's
the best. Now,
delicious.
every time I go, even I have a sandwich.
Yeah.
I don't even order that sandwich. I just order this roast beef and mozzarella cheese with brown gravy
Now you're
sandwich.
skipping a step because if they have available,
Yeah.
the sandwich I go with is roast beef, mozzarella, thin fried eggplant, and brown gravy.
Oh, God, I didn't even think of that. That's
I mean,
good.
that's a fucking phenomenal sandwich for the ages.
Now, that you invented without a doubt because no one's doing that. Not now.
Fictional geography, the way I'm going to have you...
Flexico. Have you been there?
That's not a place.
You make the
Mexico.
mussels.
Well, that's a good example. The places in this actually exist. You'll see. You'll. It's self-explanatory.
Check.
But for the buzz-in,
Yeah.
what I want you to say is a fake country and what they're known for. So, like Greg said, Flexico. You say, Flexico. They export,
Mussels.
mussel milkshakes.
Okay. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, something
Drive
like
from
that.
Quad City to Flexico.
Okay, so you got to make
talked
up a
about that.
country. We'll start you off with the easy one.
Wait, what? These actual questions?
The questions are self-explanatory. You'll see. It's fictional.
Because I'm not good at geography.
It's fictional geography. You'll see what I mean.
Okay.
And
Not
you'll,
good at a lot.
You'll notice I've put in some that are. Yeah, I don't want to say Anthony. Plug your ears for a second.
Plug.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you. You'll notice I put in a few that are maybe tailored more to your taste.
Yeah,
than
good. Because
Anthony's.
you know I'm not going to
Yeah.
know the lot.
Okay. Question one.
Yeah, but why do we have to?
Because you're generally smart. You went to college. You have a great brain. I am very good at figuring things out, but I'm not very good with having things in my brain that I can recall to throw at someone.
Question one. This
Different
is a
kind of smarts.
softball.
All right.
This is a softball. What city did Full House take place in?
Bling! It's a lip dance stitch. It's a country known for their human roast beef.
Lips dance.
Yeah,
Switch.
you don't go there unless
Yeah.
you want.
What city did Full House take place in?
San Francisco.
Yep. 1 point to Greg.
This is gonna be right up my alley.
Question
Sorry.
2.
I thought that was both alleys.
Now this one,
Both alleys.
I watched a lot of Full House.
Yeah, that was both
interesting
alleys.
twist.
Too cool for school.
Cut it
Cut
out.
it
It
out.
wasn't too cool for school. It was.
Yeah, you
cut
did
it
the
out.
cut it out motion and said too cool for school. Now this one, interesting twist. I'll require this to be answered in a Bane voice. I require this to be answered in a Bane voice. Now, this is from the comic books, not the movie, because I don't know that a place was mentioned in the movie. Where is Bane from?
Welcome.
Oh, hold on. First, give me a buzzing.
Blackstenstein.
Yeah,
It's
Blackstenstein.
where you'll go if you have cancer.
Yeah,
before
that's
you
a nice
die.
hospital place.
Blackenstein. They're very good ones. It's funny. I'm in the mix. I'm going to say Brazil. It's one of those Mexicans. It's a South American country. I believe it's Brazil. I think I fucked that up. Anthony knows this one though. I think. I know he knows this one. So.
You're incorrect.
What is it?
Well, Anthony gets to
You know it?
steal.
Yeah.
You know it.
It's a real place, right?
No.
Oh.
Porta.
Yeah.
Fuck. Sorry. Go ahead. You don't know it.
No, I only know that part.
That's not a part.
What's it called?
Puerto.
All right, so nobody.
Punta.
Very close. Nobody gets the point. It's a fictional South America country called Santa Prisca. The prison he grew up in is Pina Duro.
Oh, okay.
Pina
Pina
Dura.
Duro.
I knew. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
I would have, and I had written down here. I'll accept either.
I think
That's
wasn't
a
from
tough
Brazil.
one.
I thought he was actually in Brazil.
No, I think it's
Based.
the fictional place is supposed to be Brazil.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It's
In a
called
prison.
Santa Prisca.
Saint Prisca.
Yep.
Not a saint I know.
Question
Me
3.
neither.
Name someone from the planet Orc.
Flim, flim, flim. Walkenstein.
Walkenstein. Yeah, you're in.
Mork from Ork.
Well, what's Walkenstein known for?
They're the only country to finance strictly based on pebbles.
That's true about Walkenstein. Yes, Mork.
Mork from
is
Ork. You
indeed
knew that,
from
huh?
Ork.
You know that?
I did know that.
So now your new thing for probably the last 3 quizzes is you often know the answer, you just choose not to buzz in.
He's faster sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes I just buzz
Because
before I'm
sometimes
ready
he buzzes before, where I take that second
to think if you know it.
think
Yeah.
if I know it.
2-0.
Where he just shoots without looking.
Yeah,
Just smarter.
Well,
2-0.
I don't know if it's
really.
smarter, but it works.
it's not.
2-0 Greg.
It's not smarter.
I'm going to throw in a bonus
Say anything. I
point
just
here.
like to talk.
In the 1991 film Backdraft, Kurt Russell, and don't buzz in before I'm fully finished speaking because I'm going to throw in a bonus point.
Okay.
Kurt Russell and Billy Baldwin put out fires in what city? Bonus point, name someone else in Backdraft. What city did Backdraft take place in? And name a character other than...
Is it real city?
Yeah.
Brrrding.
Yeah.
Cuckoo can clock and kick.
Yep.
Yeah,
Cuckoo
it's-
clock and kick.
It's known for exporting jumping.
Jumping.
Jumping. Just a lot of jumpers.
A lot
Yep.
of jumpers coming out. It is.
Yep.
They win the Olympics. a lot.
Okay, city?
Chicago.
Yes, correct.
Stephen Baldwin.
Incorrect. So you get 1
Ooh.
point. 2-1.
Can I get a half a point? No.
No. So
I want to say Liam Neeson.
I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't think
I-
so either.
Chris Penn.
No.
Sean Penn.
No.
Daryl Hammond.
The only one I know offhand, I know those people aren't in. The only one I know offhand is Robert De Niro, of course. I don't know who the girl was. But
Daryl Hannah.
No.
I got a
probably
point
not.
because I think it is.
This one, so it's 2-1, Greg. Where does the majority of the movie Fargo take place?
God, I don't think I know.
In a Fargo accent.
Voice me, mate.
Is that the country?
That's the country.
No,
Voice made might.
yeah, they're famous for wetting down bandanas before putting them on people they kill.
So they don't. Oh, because I was going to think so they don't overheat, but no, they're going to kill them anyway.
Yeah.
They wet down the bandana. They put it over their mouth to kill them, or they just give them a nice cool head and then kill them.
They wake and wear them as style. Everyone has to wear a wet bandana for the first week you're in prison, and then they kill you. If you're on death row.
And that's probably why not a lot of people have heard of that country. It's not a.
Yeah, it's a weird place. They
Okay,
got a lot
so
of weird rules.
where does the majority of the movie Fargo take place?
Fargo, Alaska?
Incorrect.
Yeah, he's going to know this. He's so smart.
Tell me about it, town.
Tell me about it.
It's the number one place for news.
Yep, true.
It takes place in Minnesota.
Correct.
Don't you know?
Really? Yeah. Now a lot of people would get that wrong because Fargo, in fact, is in North Dakota.
Yeah,
And
I
Alaska.
saw it
And
like 2
Alaska.
weeks ago.
Yeah. Now the movie's called Fargo
good.
because they go
great, yeah.
to meet those killers for the first time in Fargo, North Dakota, but the actual majority of the movie's in Minneapolis and surrounding areas.
I just think that's a catchier name than if they
Minneapolis.
called it Minneapolis.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I also think
Fargo's
it's great.
intriguing.
I also think it's great how they just put a card on the beginning of that movie that it's a true story, and it's not.
And it's not. Yeah, yeah.
And at the time when that came out, a lot of like news organizations picked up on that and reported it like this new movie based on a true story, and it just wasn't.
yeah.
they just
that's
lied.
Hilarious.
That's funny.
I think that's great.
Do you know that like a fun fact about Fargo? I always thought. You ever mix up two movies?
Yeah.
I thought Fargo was north. When people call about Fargo, I was like, north? That movie, I thought Fargo was north. I was like, that movie sucks. But Elijah Wood can't find his parents. He's trying to buy new parents or something.
Yeah,
Terrible movie. And then
That's
why
a
I
weird
never saw.
movie.
that is a weird movie.
I almost think North is weirder than Fargo.
Yeah,
And I know Fargo
it's
is based on
Completely weird.
kidnapping and murder, but North is strange to me.
Yeah, I think his
Yeah.
parents are shitty, so then he goes to get new parents.
Yeah, that's weird too. Well, I guess people want kids, but I don't know. Why would you adopt a teenager? Like you adopt him at the worst point, you know?
Yeah, I don't want any.
and I'm going to interject right here because I meant to do this at the beginning. I'm going to interject.
Baby or a 30-year-old?
I'm going to interject right here and say, on the Rad Dudecast Christmas list, if you're a listener and you have some expertise or some money, because we're having problems with the audio again today, email us theraddudecast@gmail. On our Christmas list is a full setup for podcasting. We need new
Full
mics,
setup. We need
new
everything.
mixer, everything.
Check. New
so
sound
if
guy.
you're just a billionaire listener who loves us, email us. And we'll take care of that. We'll accept that from you for Christmas.
And as a prize, you can come here and set it up
That's true.
if you'd like. Hang out with the dudes. We'll probably eat dinner while you're setting it up.
Yeah.
Probably have Tita make something for you.
Oh, Tita is a great cook, by the way.
Yeah.
It's 2-2. Where did Superman grow up?
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Ding, ding. This is very simple. It's from Glassenheim.
Yeah.
That is a place where dogs go if they've been convicted of multiple misdemeanors.
But more than one.
Yeah.
They go to Glassenheim.
They send you to Glassenheim, yeah.
Okay. And where do you
Grew up in Smallville,
Smallville. What was the state?
Kansas.
Yep. So 3-2.
Fun thing about DC Comics, they never have real, Smallville's not a real place.
Right.
Neither is Gotham. Neither is Bloodhaven. Marvel does all real places.
Really?
Yeah, like New York. Spider-Man's from New York. Superman is from Metropolis.
Where do the X-Men hang out?
Their
Connecticut?
original,
Westchester.
their school originally was in Westchester. I think they were in San Fran for a while. I think they're back in Westchester. But
Can
they
you
got a
take
plane,
a
so
look
they're
at
jet
Anthony's
setting.
phone? What's he up to? Is
He's looking
everything
up the
kosher
X-Men.
over there?
The new X-Men movie, which
Kosher.
looks bad.
Okay.
Kosher. I had to charge it, and then Shaqy texted me something.
Okay, here's an interesting question. Here's 3 Brad Pitt classic movies.
Sure.
Okay? 2 of these movies took place in unidentified cities. Okay? The city was never given,
Okay.
and it was kind of just a generalized city.
Mhm.
1 took place in an actual city. So, first point, name the one that took place in an actual city. Second point, name that city. The 3 movies are Fight Club.
So confused.
So
I got it.
okay, Fight Club, 7, and 12 Monkeys. Which one of those occurred in an actual named city?
Bling. Fight Club, 7, and
12
12 monkeys. So I'll go Flack and Jack.
Mm-hmm.
That is Pancake Heaven of Mars.
Yep, that's also true.
I'm going to say 7 is a real place.
Mm-hmm. And for the second
I
point?
want to say Chicago.
Okay, and 0 points
Okay, I
awarded.
never saw 7. Just
Yeah,
let that
0
be known.
points awarded. Neither of those are correct.
Oh, I was going to take a lot of credit for just guessing.
Yeah, no, neither of them are correct. So now that narrows it down. Now this question had a benefit
Yeah.
because you eliminated an answer.
I've never seen
I
7.
only knew.
I could give you a hint. I think it's Fight Club, and I think it's in Chicago.
Really?
I think
Oh,
so.
I think it might be too, because I don't think it's New York because they
No.
live in those like that weird house. I feel like that house isn't in New York. All right, Fight Club, Chicago.
Also incorrect.
Huh? Didn't mean to do that
both
to you,
Fight
buddy.
Club and Seven were in unidentified large cities. 12 Monkeys was in Baltimore.
Oh,
Ugh. Well, I think that 7 was in Chicago. I've never seen it, though. So,
Well, it wasn't.
well, I think it is.
Yeah, but well, I guess you could always think whatever you want to think. I'm not the thought police. Question 8.
and
We've
thank
got
God.
we've got 3-2, Greg. Question 8. Where is James Bond from?
Bring.
Yeah.
Oh, it's up.
Yeah, that's the
that
place.
is
Up,
the world capital of gibberish.
Yep.
James Bond is from England,
Uh,
Scotland. Skyfall. He's from Skyfall, the estate.
yeah, which is in Scotland.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know what to do with the points here because you answered incorrectly.
That's usually a Greg move. Greg does
What?
stuff
Oh,
like
he
that.
does do
What do
that.
I do?
Well,
Greg
I'll let
usually
Greg
does stuff
decide.
like that.
I'll let
He's not
Greg
from
decide.
Skyfall.
Well, that's the name of the estate.
No, I'll let Greg decide
Is it? I
if you
didn't
get
see
the
the
point or
movie.
not. He said England, which
Yeah.
is incorrect. Then he immediately said Scotland, which is correct.
Yeah.
Should I give him the point or not? Because sometimes I give you the point if you say it incorrect.
What's the score?
You're up 3-2.
Tie it up.
Yeah, give him a
Tie it
point.
up.
Give him a
Okay,
point.
so
on.
3-3.
All right.
Name a character we might find in Diagon Alley.
What? I don't know what that is. Bing, bing.
Interesting that you would choose to buzz in.
What? Yeah, not often does a guy on a game show go, "Oh, I have no idea," and then buzz in
Right.
immediately, and then just not answer.
Lostenberg is where all mouth lozenges are traded for human excrement. That's
Terrible barter system that we got.
Terrible, terrible.
Well, the guys who are getting the mouth lozenges are coming up ahead on that trade.
Yeah.
They just give someone
Yeah,
shit.
well, okay, but I'll make an argument though for that.
Sure.
Because a lot of people use excrement for fuel.
That's true.
Oh,
Or
okay.
like mulch or things like that.
Right,
Maybe
okay.
not for mulch. I think you just have mulch. I don't know
Yeah.
if you use mulch for anything. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you use mulch for a sand, like a park, so you don't fall, so you fall on the ground, you don't get hurt.
Yeah, so I think actually the human excrement people may be coming out ahead because you could use that for fuel. Also, we don't know what's going to fuel cars in the years to come. I think you're probably better off with a bunch of human excrement rather than mouth lozenges. Also, too, if intruders come to your home and they go to rob you, it smells like shit in here.
Yeah,
You
no one
know?
robs shit.
Well, everyone wins in Wasserberg. The guys who want their mouth lozenges get them, and they know for sure they're the type of lozenges that go in the mouth, as opposed to other lozenges.
Maybe.
So, name a character from Diagon Alley that you would find, that you might
Diagon
find
Alley.
in Diagon Alley.
Oh God, I'm gonna just throw this out there. Give me a hint.
You're gonna throw that out there?
Yeah, I gotta throw it out there.
Well,
Because I want to narrow it down, but I'm gonna say Mickey Mouse. I don't know why.
Okay, I'll
But
throw you a
just
hint.
give me a hint.
The hint is that it would not be Mickey Mouse.
No. Give me a better hint.
Okay, let me think of a hint that won't give it away.
No one knows Diagon Alley. Do you know it?
No, I have no idea.
You wouldn't find a normal human there, likely.
Mickey Mouse. I'm gonna stick with Mickey Mouse.
Okay, well, I already told you that was incorrect.
Yeah, but you said not a real human, so
Okay,
I think
well,
it's
you're
right.
incorrect. Anthony, do you want to jump in?
Diagon Alley?
Yeah.
Man, this is... Who the lives there? Ring, ring.
Oh, I got one.
Triatopolis. It's a Greek community of people who like to stick fingers in each other's mouths.
Yeah.
Diagon Alley? Is
Yeah.
it my Mighty Morphin Power Ranger?
No.
Oh,
now,
let
I'll
me
give
ring
you a
in.
clue.
Let me ring in. Don't give me a clue. I'm gonna ask a clue. You tell me.
Okay.
Is this person science based, magic based, or
that's
animal
actually-
based?
That's good.
What is their basis around?
Probably magic-based.
So
Definitely
magic based. I'm gonna go with either a magic
I'm gonna-
based Harry Potter.
Yes.
That's-
Diagon Alley
man, that's,
is where they
That's good deducting.
You read
Yeah.
it right in his face.
But no, not in my face.
Yeah,
I'm
I read it
happy.
right out of
I'm
your
the
face.
quiz master. I enjoy when everyone gets it correct. Cool it on the texting Shacky. What are you doing
I'm not
over there?
I
taking-
read
was
your
just trying to
face
see how
because I know you
far
like
it would
Harry
take.
Potter
Yeah.
because you got the Harry Potter
Oh,
joke.
that's great.
Now, Diagon Alley is where they go to get all the stuff. That's where you get your magic supplies.
Like
it's
drugs?
a shopping
Oh.
center.
Oh man, I can't
You knew
believe I
that?
didn't know that. Man, I
Do you
really.
know Harry Potter?
I'm gonna be mad at myself for tonight. I know
No,
that.
don't
I should
be
know
mad at
that.
yourself.
Come on, that's where they get brooms.
Yeah, they get their wands,
I don't know that.
brooms, all that.
And I'm really into science fiction.
Yeah, but I don't think you've seen those movies.
Not a one.
I've seen those movies
Now,
a good deal.
I'm going to give
Slytherin,
I don't like kids.
Gryffindor.
I don't like any kids.
Greg's
The other
up
ones?
by 1 point. I'm going to give Anthony
Here, we want
a
to take
little
Pity point.
No,
Nice.
I'm going to give you a heads up here.
What's that about?
What's that about?
Oh, I just looked it up as you guys weren't looking. That's how slick I am. You don't even know.
Oh, you cheated.
I
Wait,
didn't
you
read it.
cheated?
Yeah, yeah. That's why I made that whole magic-based thing. I just threw that out there to pretend it looked like I just
Man.
gave up the answer.
That's good,
Well,
man. God
yeah.
damn it.
So I'll keep
It's
a point.
good.
That's
It-
really good.
Well, you
I'd
may
give
think
him a
it's
point
good.
for just.
I'd
Yeah,
keep a
well,
point.
you're not
Great
the
line.
point hand router. Anthony now up by 1 point. You're deducted 2.
No,
I can't have this. If this starts,
We're just sitting
guys
eating
looking
cupcakes,
stuff
huh?
up, where does it end?
But
Where?
I admitted to it.
Brennan, you
Yeah.
want a cupcake?
No, thank you.
I admitted to it without even
So
being
polite,
asked.
even in the
Well,
heat
that
of
was
battle.
nice of you.
No, thank
I do enjoy that you did
So
that.
give me 1 point for that.
I
You deduct 2 points.
No.
Point for cheating.
stop it.
Deduct 2
I
points.
deduct 2,
Tell me to
and
stop
I'm
it.
keeping the 2
You
deducted,
stop
but
it.
I'll only tell you why. I would give you a point for your honesty, except going into the last question, I'll be very honest with you. I shouldn't have put this as the last question because you are the heavy favorite. on
Yeah,
this
but I
question.
don't know. I'm never.
But
a
he just
favorite.
heavy cheated. So why don't
Yeah,
you
I
heavy
took 2
take
away.
a point
You
away?
took
I
away
took
2
2 points
points.
away. He's down. No, I'm not going to high five him that. I'm impartial. I'm not happy.
Are you high fiving?
High five
I'm
you
not
every time.
happy
There we
that I
go.
had to take it away, but I will not give you an extra point because going
Dig
into
this.
the final,
Dig this. I gave him one of my points.
No,
Should
no.
high five me?
illegal.
I did
Okay.
high five.
Okay.
I deemed that.
Now,
fair.
Anthony, you're going to have to be quick on the draw if you know this because this has got Greg written all over it. Final question, unless Greg ties it up, and then we'll have to come up with tiebreaker. What is the home planet of the Transformers?
Ding.
Ding.
I got it first.
Greg did get it first.
I mean, this is a classic, easy question. So I'm going to say my country is Wapanria. I know the answer. Don't try to tell me I know the answer. I know it. Come on.
Anthony, why would you do that? You took away the fun of him answering it.
They didn't take away the answer because I can tell you a bunch of things about where they're from.
Is that really where they're from?
They're from Cybertron, of course.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what I was trying to do? I was trying to say just something crazy so that maybe you would hear it enough and then say it.
Something crazy, the right answer, Cybertron?
You
can't believe I
expect
just
us
did
to
that.
believe that something crazy you just picked out of your imagination would happen to be the only correct answer?
I thought it came to me too fast.
No.
I thought that was a little
my
weird.
Thing with the country.
It came right there.
Well, Greg tied it
Damn
up.
it.
That brings us into a tie.
But I didn't get to do my country. I wanted to do a
Yeah,
country
do a
before I
country.
ruined it. Okay, let's go with Porcavania. It is where you wear your own underwear to show how much muscles you have gained. No one listened to me on that. You both
I did.
Porcapania, it's where you show your underwear to show how many
You put
muscles
it
you've
on
gained.
your head, and then people choose you based on your strengths and your underwear on your head, if you liked it.
Did I ever
Now-
tell you that story when the guy put his underwear on his head when I was in France?
No.
When I was going to do my laundry, it was like the first day I got there.
Uh-huh.
Did I tell you this story?
No.
Should I save it for after the quiz?
No, just say it now.
You can say it now, and then as
Brendan's
I
not
prepare the
listening.
tiebreaker.
So I
am listening.
It was like the
I'm
first
always
day
listening.
that I was in Paris. It was the first day, and I went to go do my laundry, and I had my clothes in the dryer, and this guy just kept pointing at my clothes and pointing to
I
his
did
head.
hear the story. I love this story.
And then I was like, what? And he was like, just kept pointing and pointing to his head, pointing to my clothes, and I kept just going, you want to wear my clothes on your head. And
Yeah.
I kept, because I didn't know, I was confused, and I was like,
And you thought
nervous.
you were being funny.
And I kind of, yeah. So I just was screaming. And like, he was like, like, and I was just like, you want to wear my clothes on your head.
Yeah.
And then he just kept waving his head, yes. And then finally I was like, all right. And then he opened the door. He took out one pair of my underwear. He put it on his head like a cap, and he just walked right out.
Stole your underwear.
Well, he wore it like a hat.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Hold on, Brendan.
That's
Oh, bad audio. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you
That was
this.
really it for the story.
I'll tell you this.
I mean, I didn't know the customs. You know what I
That
mean?
guy coulda
Like, I wasn't sure.
Hold
I
on.
had just got there. Are you
Keep
telling
talking.
me not to talk?
You are not good.
This is terrible.
We
What
really
is
need that
going on
guy.
around here,
Here, I'm
man?
going to go sit over there. Here, you sit with him and share a mic, just talking to each other's mic for a second.
Oh, brother. I mean, this is.
Check, check. Now recording. Something happened.
Oh, no.
Now we're okay. Wait, Brendan, talk.
Wait.
Oh, yeah, I hear you perfect.
No, that's a different mic. Check. This mic?
Yeah, everyone's working.
Okay.
Am I
Did we
good?
stop recording?
No, we're okay.
Okay.
Sorry for the audio problem.
Listen,
Now,
that guy's got to give us this money
What
yeah.
guy?
for Christmas.
I asked a
Oh.
benefactor, yeah.
That's a good call, man.
If you all just want to donate a few dollars,
Yeah, we'll figure out a PayPal thing.
yeah, or just come pay me, pal.
Okay, tiebreaker, bidding system.
Okay.
Oh, I love this. I bid all my
Okay.
points right now.
No, there's no point bidding.
I bid everything I own.
Again, you mistake the bidding system.
Okay.
We had some fun with two greats last week, Steve Martin and Bill Murray.
Oh man, I like
for this week.
Man, the audio is perfect right now, I think.
For this week,
buzzing.
for
I
the
think it's buzzing.
tiebreaker, and Anthony gets first bid because no, Greg gets first bid.
I bid
because
everything.
That's not how the bidding works. You know, it's different.
All right.
So you have to say, Greg's going to have to say how many movies of Tom Hanks could he name. Man's been in 77 films. Greg says how many he could name. You can either go above him
Okay.
for the win or say, name those movies. Now, Greg, how many can you name?
Man, this is a good one.
I'm going to go 15.
15. That's a lot.
I don't think you can do it.
Okay, Greg with 15 names. Anthony,
All
help
right.
me with the counting.
Here's why I got confident on that. I'm just going to throw out one real quick. Toy Story 1, 2, 3. That's three movies.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good.
Road to Perdition.
4,
Bachelor Party.
5,
Forrest Gump.
6,
Wilson. Stranded. That's called Overboard. Nope. Also Joe with the Volcano. Joe versus the Volcano.
7. You still never got Wilson, but 7.
That's Castaway.
8,
That's then we're going to go with Sleepless in Seattle.
9,
You've Got Mail.
10.
Bachelor Party 2.
Hold on, I don't know that that's a thing.
Yeah, he was in Bachelor Party. I know there was a Bachelor Party 2. I'm not sure that he was in it.
Let me see.
Oh, Captain Phillips
11.
for most recent, if you will, if you won't. He was in That Thing You Do.
Yeah.
12.
He
I think
was
you're coasting
in,
on this.
Dude, I don't know. I'm really getting dry here. Let's see. What are some recent ones he's done?
Dude, think of some big ones.
I'm trying to think of some big ones. Let me think. Big. Oh, he was in Sky Atlas.
I can't believe you
Not the
just
movie.
didn't do.
Sky Atlas is a real movie.
No.
Cloud Atlas.
Yeah. That's 12.
I can't believe you I can't believe you bypassed something on the way to Cloud Atlas.
Forrest Gump. Did I say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
I mean, if you don't get this and you go back to the tape
yeah.
and see what you did,
What did
you're
I do?
gonna go crazy.
Give me a
Oh,
hint of
yeah,
what I just
yeah,
did.
yeah. I see
I
what
mean,
you did.
What's a hit I did? What's a hint
I
did?
can't tell you
You
from this
can't
point
tell you.
on.
It's too much of a giveaway.
Joe versus the
I
Volcano.
didn't realize that. No,
Yeah.
you already got that. 12. You have 12.
Sleeps in Seattle.
You already have that.
You've Got Mail.
You have it.
Then he's got some others. Now you guys got in my head about this. I'm trying to think of a fight movie he was in. Was he ever a boxer? No. Was he ever a black person? You ever play a boxer? No. I'm trying to see if I think of just specific things.
Right.
Then I'll get one. Was he ever a car racer? No. Was he a comedian in a movie? A clothes salesman? Blacksmith? A knight? No. Was he in Star Wars? No. He was in Apollo 13.
Yes. 13.
He was in Gravity. He wasn't in Gravity?
No.
I think he said he liked that movie, though.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Hey, can we count that then?
No.
Okay.
You need 2 more. That's all you need. Is 2
Could our next quiz just be movies Tom Hanks made have liked?
Let's see. That Thing You Do.
Got it.
It's not even my favorite one. Bachelor Party 2.
Not a movie.
The Bargain Basement Gang.
Don't even know what that is.
Bunch of words you strung together.
Last Man Standing. Was he in the Last Man? Oh, he was in. Oh, I got one big for you here. This is the one from the war.
That's insane.
He was in the war movie that was called Children of the Corn. No, why am I blanking? I'm blanking on this war movie. It was called Don't Get Your Brother Back. No, it was called
Close.
It was called Vietnam. It wasn't Vietnam though. It was the Iraqi War. So it was called No Men Left Behind. It was called No Men Left Behind. The hell was the name of that movie? That army movie.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but if you're not
And he says, "Don't let the children die. My brother is. I gotta get my brother."
I'm gonna put a minute on you.
Give
right
me
now.
a hint on what that movie was
There's no
called.
hints.
No hints. I'm on 14, right?
You're at 13. You need 2 more.
Well, give me a hint.
Uh,
Who thought I could get this many?
you.
Oh,
you
that's
you
right.
you gets this.
Yeah. All right. So give me 2 minutes, extending time.
Extending time. 2
He
minutes.
was in a movie about. I can't believe that movie.
Well, he's-
Saving Private Ryan.
Yes, got it. 14.
14.
One more.
Oh man. All right. And then he was not in Black Hawk Down. Was he in a movie with an animal? Ah, yes, he was. He was in a movie. He was in Turner and Hooch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, wait, let me just make sure.
Yeah.
Yep. So you got it. 15.
Yeah. What was I
15.
missing?
Well, you said what Anthony was laughing so hard about was you go. Anthony said, "Think of the big ones," and you go, "Big, big, 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 big."
You literally said
You
big
literally said
7
big
times,
7 times.
and then guessed that thing you do or something. You were like big, 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 big. Oh, that thing you do.
Now, some other notables you missed.
Cloud
Let me go
Atlas.
through.
I didn't see it though. I want to.
Yeah. There's a lot going on in that movie.
Big.
He was
I
in
can't believe I
Yeah, it's one of my
couldn't.
favorites.
A League of Their Own.
League of Their Own. Another great one.
Splash.
Money
Splash.
Pit.
The Money Pit.
The
But once you
the
guys
other
got
thing that
put
was
the
funny,
pressure on me, I started forgetting.
Your system was so fucking flawed because it didn't help you at all when you were like, "Was he a knight? Was he a comedian?" That was like the
Comedian,
second thing
yeah.
you said. Was he a comedian?
Was he a comedian?
Yeah.
maybe?
He was in Punchline.
Yeah, Punchline.
Oh, I don't remember Punchline.
Then you missed. Let me try to think the big ones.
The Terminal.
Philadelphia.
Terminal, Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
I mean, that could have gone forever.
Let me see what else. I mean, you got a lot of
Sleepless
the Green
in
Mile.
Seattle
You missed the Green Mile.
Goes right to You've Got Mail.
Yeah,
That's-
exactly.
That's good. And then Toy
Toy
Story.
Story 1, 2, and 3.
Road
That's
to
smart.
Perdition.
I
Road
said
to
Road to
Perdition.
Perdition.
I don't think
Yes,
I
I
would.
did. That was the second one I
Yeah,
said.
that was the second one he
Oh,
said.
really?
Road to Perdition. I wouldn't have. That was good. I totally
Da Vinci
forgot
Code.
about that.
Yeah,
oh,
I think
right. Yeah.
Cloud Atlas, I think, was my one that I don't think a lot of people would go for because I don't
Right.
think anyone saw it.
Yeah.
But I love the Wachowski brothers,
Um,
even though I've never seen it.
yeah, I mean, you nailed his big ones, really.
Yeah.
That was good.
Well, you know what? I
15,
thought
man.
I said
That's
I
a good
think I
guess.
could do 9. Maybe I could do 10, and I saw it. Toy Story 3, you can get 15 because that's
If you did
3 right
9 or
there.
10, I was.
Catch
gonna
Me
go
If You
for it.
Can. Did you get Catch Me If You Can?
No, but I did.
Oh, I
love
didn't
that
realize
Lady
movie.
Killers.
Lady Killers. That's what I was
were
thinking.
At one point, you were like, "Did he ever play a black guy?"
That's what I was thinking of. Lady Killers.
Yeah. I almost said like, nah, but you know.
That's what I was thinking.
you wrote
about.
the line. I think.
Yeah.
How long are we?
Word at an hour.
All right, that's going to do it. Let me try. I've been trying a new thing where we tack the business on the end real quick, see if that helps our Twitter followers.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Follow us at The Rad Dudecast on Twitter. Like us on iTunes. Share it with your friends, all that. You guys got anything
Yeah.
to plug?
Follow
coming
me
up?
at my Twitter, Greg Stone _.
Yeah, Greg Stone _. I'm Brendan C. Eyre, EYRE. So that's
Yeah,
BRENDA.
S-E-E.
No, stop that. BRENDANCEYRE on Twitter. And Anthony, what's yours?
Anthony Devito _ I'll be at the stand tomorrow night at 10.
No, you won't.
Tomorrow
I
night.
will.
This goes up on Tuesday. So they
Oh,
won't
really?
see
You were
it.
Well,
there
you'll have
yesterday.
missed it. So it was good. Thanks for coming.
Anything else to plug coming up?
Yeah.
I'll
Plug
be at
the
the
leaks.
Comedy Zone in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, on the 20th and 21st with Sam Morril.
Nice. The Comedy Zone in Harrisburg, PA. Come out. That's December 20th
And the
through.
21st.
And
20th
call
and
Katie.
21st.
Here's her phone number.
Don't do that. Hold on. Start. Yeah, give it out. I stepped on you. I
No, I'm
have a
kidding.
feeling I knew what you
No,
were going
I'm
to do,
not
and
gonna-
then
no,
I
no,
stepped all over.
I was hoping you guys would step on it, and then I was just gonna.
Oh, see, I thought you were going to say call her, and
No,
then you
right
turn it
out.
off.
Well, I was gonna do that the second time around. but
All
I
right, we'll do
forgot.
it now.
No, I can't. No, we have so much more. Actually, I do want to talk
Everybody
about.
call
No,
Katie.
I have one more thing I want to talk about before we get going. Okay, it's very important to me. So I forgot to talk about this last time.
Right.